Goethe spent his life exploring love, failure, ambition, nature, knowledge, and human nature, and his wisdom still reveal how to live with gather, courage, and purpose. Lesson number one: become the person you are capable to become. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe believed the human being are not finished product. We the constantly developing, changing, learning, and discovering yourselves. One of the greatest mistakes you can make is believing that your current circumstance define your potential. Maybe you failed before, maybe you lack money, confidence, education, or opportunity. Maybe people around you don't believe in you. None of these think necessarily determine who you can become. Goethe's life itself demonstrates the power of continuous development. He once confined to one field. He explored literary, philosophy, science, politics, arts, and nature. His curiosity allowed human to be expanding his understanding of the world. The lesson is simple. Doesn't become comfortable with the version of yourself that excited today. Ask yourself, what could I become if I spent the next 5 years learning, practice, and improving instead of mixing excuses? You don't need to transform your entire life overnight. Being with one habit, read more, think more deeply, improve your communication, develop a skill, take better care of yourself, become more disciplined. Your future self is being created by the choice you make today. Don't ask whatever you already get enough. Ask whether whatever you still growing. Lesson number 2: take action instead of the waiting for perfect moment. One of Gothe's most practical lesson is the importance of action. Many people spend years planning their future without every beginning. They wait for more confidence, more money, more knowledge, better customer stance of the perfect opportunity. But perfection is often another name for procrastination. You will really feel completely ready before doing something meaningful. The person who waits for certainly may remain stuck. Will someone with else knowledge simple start and learn along the way? Action creates experiences. Experience creates knowledge. Knowledge improves your next action. This is how progress actually happens. If you want to write something. If you want to build a business, being learning how businesses work. If you want to become health there, start with one better decision today. If you want to develop a skill, practice it even when you retire a first. Your first attempt doesn't have to be impressive. It's only to begin. Goethe's wisdom reminders us the potential mean very little without action. An idea instanted, your mind cannot change your life until you give it moment. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect day may never arrive. Use the day you have. Lesson number 3: learn to control your action. Your action is one of the most valuable passions. Every day, countless, there computing of its social media, entertainment, and argument. Other people opinion unnecessary words and endless direction. Goethe understood the importance of concentrating deeply on meaningful work. If your action is constantly scattered, your potential becomes scattered too. Think about what happens when you spend hours consuming information without actually learning anything. Your mind becomes full, but your life doesn't necessarily improve. The solution isn't knowledge everything. It is to focus on what matter. When you study, when you are working work, when you talking to someone you care about, actually listen. When you restarting, allow yourself to restart instead to worrying about everything. You hadn't accomplished. A focused mind produce deeper result than a distracted mind working twice as long. Your attention determine what revives your energy, and what revives your energy eventually shape your life. So protect your attention, not everything. Deserve your action, not every argument. Deserve your patience, not every notification. Deserve your time. Choose carefully what enters your mind, because your thoughts eventually influence your decision, habit, and characters. Lesson number 4. Don't let failure become your identity. Failure is painful because it can't attack more than your plan. It can attack your identity. You don't simply think this doesn't work. You may be thinking maybe I am not capable. That is where failure becomes dangerous. A failed attempt is an event. It is not a permanent definition of who you are. Goes life you filled with experiments, changes, or disappointment, and eventually exploration. His work reminds us the growth is really a perfect strength path. You will make mistake. You will choose incorrectly sometimes. You will trust people who disappoint you. You will work hard and still lose. You will start something and discover that it isn't right for you. None of these experience automatically mean you are a failure. The important question is what you do afterward. Can you learn from it? Can you adjust? Can you become wiser? Can you try again with better understanding? Failure become useful when you extract a lesson from it. Doesn't waste your pain by simple surfing thought it. Study it, understand it, use it. The person you become after failure can be wiser than the person you were before it. Sometimes losing teach you something success never could. Lesson number 5. Life is the present instead of waiting for the failure. Many people postpone their lives. They stay. They will happen when I make more money. I relax when I become successful. I start living when everything becomes easier. But life doesn't work the way. There will always be another problem, another goal, another responsibility, and another thing you believe you need before you can't finally feel satisfied. Gothe's wisdom encourages us to the present while still working toward the future. Ambition is important, but ambition should not make you blind to the life you already living. Notice the person around you. Appreciate your health while you have it. Enjoy simple experience. Pay attention to nature. Have meaningful conversation. Read something that expands your mind. Take a walk without constantly checking your phone. Your life isn't only the destination, it is every ordinary day between now and the destination. If you constantly postpone happiness until some future version of yourself arises, you may discover that you spent your entire life waiting. Work for tomorrow, but doesn't sacrifice tomorrow completely for it. The present moment is not an obstacle between you and your really life. It is your real life. Lesson number 6. Surrounded yourself with the people who help you grow. The people around you can quietly influence the person you become. Their habit affect you habit. Their attitudes affect you thinking. Their ambitions influence what you believe it's possible. Their negativity can slowly become your own. That doesn't mean you should reject everyone who struggle or has a different personality. It's mean you should become a encourages of the influence your relationships have on you. Look at the people closest to you. Do they encourage you grow? Can you have honest conversation with them? Do they respect your ambitions? Do they challenge your eventually? Can you celebrate each other's success without jealousy? A strong relationship doesn't necessarily make your life easy. Sometimes the best people change you because they want you become better. Choose people who inspire you rather than people who constantly pull your back. And remember that this work both away. Don't demand the other help you grow. Will you bring nothing positive into their lives? Become the kind of person you would want to have around you. Be encouraged, be honest, be loyal, be eventually curious. Your environment matter. If you spend enough time around growth mindsets people, growth being to feel normal. Lesson number 7. Keep learning throughout your entire life. Goethe's eventually curiosity was enormous. He explored literally philosophy, science, arts, language, and politics of and nature. His life demonstrates an important principle. Education doesn't end when your school ends. In fact, some of the most important learning being afterward, a degree can give your qualifications, but curiosity gives you a lifelong development. Read book outside your usual instruct, study history, learn about philosophy, understand economics, explore science, study great work of literacy, learn another skill, ask question, talk to people who know things you don't. Most important, don't become trapped by the belief that you already know. The moment you become convinced that you have nothing left to learn, your eventually growth being to slow down. Something that once simple impossible may become unstable. Something you once hated may become more complicated after learning its history. Something you thought you knew may turn out the completely different. Learning creates perspective, and perspective make you wiser. You don't need to become a genius. You simply need to remain a student of life. Every year, try to become slightly more knowledgeable, thoughtful, and capable than you were the year before. Lesson number 8. Don't allow fear to make you decision. Fear is useful when it protects your genius danger. But fear can also become a prison. It can stop you from applying for an opportunity. It can prevent you from speaking honestly. It can keep you in an unhealthy environment because the unknown feel frightening. It can make you choose comfort over growth. Goethe's philosophy encourage courage, not the absence of fear, but the willingness to move forward despite uncertainty. You don't need to know actually what will happen. You only need to know courage to take the next step. Think about how many opportunity people lose because they are afraid of mistakes. They don't start because they might fall. They don't speak because someone might disagree. They don't preserve their dreams because other might thoughts. The systematic is temporary. Regrets can last much longer. Of course, courage doesn't mean making reckless decision. Think carefully, understand the risk, prepare yourself, and the act when action is necessary. You can't control every outcome. You can control whether fear make every important decision for you. Don't allow the possibility of failure to become more fighting than the reality of never try. Sometimes the biggest risk is taking a chance. Sometimes the biggest risk is spending your entire life wondering what might have spent if you are tired. Lesson number 9. Understand yourself before trying to understand the world. One of the deepest challenges in life understanding yourself. If often think we know, we too do think, but your motivation can complicate it. Maybe they say you want a success when what I really want its approval. It may say want money when what you really want is security. It may say we want freedom when what we really want is escape. Self awareness requires honestly ask yourself difficult question. What do I actually want? What I am afford of? What am I predicting not to know? Which habit are demanding my future? My which opinion did I inherit without questionnaires? What approval I am trying to learn? What would I presearch if I wasn't afraid to judgment? This question can comfortable but discomfort can lead to clarity. The more honestly you understand yourself, the less likely you are to live according to someone else's expectation. If you don't need to have everything figured out, self knowledge, it's lifelong progress. You will change, your productive will change, your understand will change. That's normal. The goal isn't discover on permanent vision of yourself. The goal is to remain unconscious of who you are becoming. Lesson number 10. Build a life that has meaning. Perhaps the greatest lesson inspired by Goethe is the life should be lived deliberately. Don't simple exits. Don't spend decision repeating the same habits because they are familiar. Don't measure entire life by money, processes, or social status. Ask what kind of person you want to become. Ask what contribution you want to make. Ask what knowledge you want to leave behind. Ask what who you want to help. Ask what experience you want to have. Meaning doesn't necessarily come from the becoming famous. It can come from mastering a craft, raising a family, happening someone thoughts a difficult time. Create something beautiful. Teach other. Learning continuously. Surviving a meaningful purpose. Building something that outlasts you. Your life doesn't have to look extraordinary from the outside to meaningful. The important thing is that is geniusly yours. Goat's life demonstrates the power of remaining course, productivity, thoughtful, and encourage with the world. You don't have expensive everything. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to become someone else definition of success. But you should make a effort. Use the abilities you've been given. Because one of life's greatest regret is not feeling to become perfect. It feeling to discover what you could have become. So keep learning, keep creating, keep questioning, keep moving, and make your life something you can look back on with great gratitude. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe's wisdom remind us that the life is not simple about reaching a destination. It is about beginning wiser, stronger, more curiosity, and more fully alive along the journey. His life teaches us to act instead of endless waiting, learn instead assuming we knowledge everything, face failure instead of fearing it, and creating meaning instead of simple chasing success. You may not control everything that happiness too, but you can control your seriously you pursue growth. You can choose what you learn. You can choose what you give your attention to. You can choose the people you surrounded yourself with. You every day. You can choose the person you becoming. If this lesson inspired you, like this video, subscribe to Winning Mind and turn the notification bell for more timeless wisdom. For history, greatest thinker. Thank you for watching Winning Mind. I am Aditya, and my mission to bring your powerful idea from the greatest mind in history to help you build a strong mindset, think deeper, and lives a more meaningful life. This is Aditya from Winning Mind, signing off. Stay curious, stay courage, keep learning, and see you in the next video.